Hello everyone, it's me, DarthNox here. I have been sent a game by our boy FireFox to review that he played. He watched my build order, kinda remodeled it for get a quick oracle or whatnot, but it's still similar to the build order, but doesn't matter. The point is, send me a Gaia game to watch and give him some tips on how he could play it and how he played. So without further ado, let's begin. And in the bottom corner, we of course see our boy Firefox playing Gaia. Gaia starts with 2 hero citizens, town centers, economic guilds, and markets, spread houses, spread lush, and the lush heals his units for 1 per second. And if you get the upgrade, it also makes your units faster. The economic guild is cheaper to build, and all the economic upgrades from it are also 35% cheaper. As Gaia, you also get cheaper heroization of citizens, so you usually make a couple hero citizens to defend from Kitsune or Myth units in general that are going to raid you. And on the other side, we have a CraggHack who is playing Tsukuyomi. Tsukuyomi, as any Japanese god, gets Bushido, and when he gets certain Bushido tier, they get bonuses, and they get all 3 line upgrades. Or line upgrades for free. And Tsukuyomi gets 4% damage to his cavalry units for each tier that he gets. He gets extra Bushido from researching technologies like pickaxe, hand axe, or the line upgrades. When he gets to the second tier, he gets the line upgrade for free, and they give him even more Bushido. Also, if each age, Tsukuyomi gets 1 Kitsune for free, and his god power also gives him couple technologies instantly researched for free. So what we can see is Firefox is doing the build order, but he saw couple good relics, like the cavalry HP. If you want to go, like you don't want Tsukuyomi to have this because Tsukuyomi is going to go for cavalry. You want to get it yourself. He's trying to rush out the temple. He's switching out the villagers to do it. But I think he ends up, he said that he saw this one. He probably goes for it first because that's really, really important if you're playing Atlantean. Because you don't have cavalry until Heroic Age. And that's exactly what's going to happen. I think that the mistake, he kind of got a late advance. And I think that's because he didn't move these guys to wood. He already, you already build a temple and you already build the manor, so you don't need any wood besides the ones that you need to make the villagers. And now he's over making wood instead of gathering food, which is going to, slow down his age up quite a bit. And now he's gonna, I think he probably, yeah, he's gonna make this one, I guess. I think, and then because of so much wood, he's going for he's making another house, because like he's gathering so much resources extra, right? That's gonna delay his advance. I think he's gonna hit it sometime after this one is built, I think. Yeah, he stops it, recues. Yeah, could have done it a much mover, but it is what it is. He took this relic and he's going for this one. He could have made this one already a hero, and he could have gotten like all these relics basically for free. Even if he did like my build order, you're not that far behind when it comes to heroizing your oracles, and your heroizing pretty fast. And as we can see, he's being like raided by the Kitsune, and he's just like trying to chase them down with Citizen. And as we can see, there's the guardhouse and the stable. Or oh, there's the Chiragumo. I think this oracle will die. Chiragumo will see him and kill him. Yes. Got. Nice. Lucky by FireFox. He's getting frontline heroics first. I usually don't get frontline heroics this early, especially if I'm not going against. I mean, I never usually get this early. You don't need that many heroes, right? And it only pays off. It takes 40 seconds to research. Usually, it's better to just have more Murmillo out. You know, Murmillo takes like 14 seconds, so it's 3 more Murmillo that you're not having because you're researching frontline heroics. It's and to get the profit of it, you need to make 9. I think it's 9 Murmillo into heroes, so that it starts paying off for itself, right? And that's not accounting for the extra favor cost, because frontline heroics costs 15 favor. 15 favor less that you have, and it only pays the resources cost after you have 10 heroes already. So when you make 10 heroes after you research it. So I personally don't get it till I already have a decent army, and if you absolutely need it, you can make like 2 more Milo into heroes on their own, and they're usually enough to defend with your Caladria and everything. Like, you don't need more than 2, unless if someone has like 3 Minotaurs in your base or something, then you need more. But even if they spam out like myth units so quickly that you don't expect it, right? Then you know, getting your frontline heroics in 40 seconds might be you know, might not be a good thing, because it's too slow in that way, in that sense. We see a lot of archers, which means that you need to make Terma. There's a raid. Oh, he could have lost the Terma here, the Caladria here. But luckily he didn't. That's the chase down. He needs to lose like all these archers. So when you are going with Terma in any ranged unit, and you want to attack a unit you're supposed to attack, right? You actually don't want to attack like at max range. You want to go further, much closer to it, and then attack. That way you're basically like guaranteeing hits, you know? Making it more likely to hit the target. And then it makes your second attack also, you know, it requires less movement from on your part, you know, to chase down and have the second attack as well. But it's usually better to just run forward until you're relatively close and then attack with a Terma while you're chasing unit. I think he knows about this. Should know about it at least. Yeah, he should know it, and he scouted this. So he knows that on the other side there's a lot of units, right? So now, for example, what he could do, he could send he could use the waypoint to basically put the guys, all the new guys that are being made, to go to the gold mine. Okay, the raid has been thwarted for now, but these guys are gonna die. Yeah, they're gonna die. You need to start making farms when you're in a situation like this. And you also have chickens and berries, so you can go like for chickens and berries, like just don't forget that you have them. But I think that the fight is looking good for him, even though because Naginata, he didn't have Naginata Riders there to fight, right? It made it so that this fight here was much in favor of FireFox. But now the Naginata Riders are coming. They should be able to clean up all the Terma. And a couple other yeah, now like this is very much in favor of CraggHack. Okay, he's going out. This is very risky. When you have berries, you have chicken, right? There is no need to go out so quickly. Go out, you know, you're walking, you're not playing Oranos, right? You can't make a sky passage right here, and then if he raids you just go back to berries, you know? This is very risky, especially now since he lost the fight. He's now pretty far behind, and when it comes to the army, and he can get raided pretty easily. Let's see if CraggHack has scouted this. Yes. So what he can do is he can do this, and he can see that one of the boars is dead, like this. So because of that, you know, like this is pretty obvious that these guys are dead. So he could know about that raid, and he could just send all of his cavalry on that side. But he's focusing on this side for I think it's not a good reason, because there's nothing here, right? I mean, now he's on these borders here, but before there was nothing. They were fighting over nothing. And FireFox got a really good raid, but he will lose the fight here. The fight here is lost, but he's getting a good raid on the side. He pushed people off of this gold mine. And I think that that's a mistake on CraggHack's part, because if he wanted to have his army here, he should have just switched on this gold mine and this hunt and everything here, right? Instead of being on this side here, spread out, you know? So he's losing villagers for pretty much no reason. Let's check. He got an armory, I think. Where's the armory? There it is. And he's getting the upgrades, yes. He wants to get copper armor and he wants to get bronze armor and bronze weapons. I think he also gets ballistics when he ages up. But he needs to wait for all this to research first, then use the new moon on the armory. Okay, there's the pre-queued Rhea for FireFox. In this case, when you know, he can get the Tashimono Bannerman. He already has a lot of. He's gonna be making a lot of cavalry and stuff that counters cavalry. You don't want to go Fea. You could go Fea, basically only for the Dryads. That's basically the only reason you would go Fea here, is if you want Dryads. You don't go for Milo or anything. You just go for the Dryads. Oh, that's another nice raid by FireFox. He knew about this side, and now he went there and got kills. I think he's gonna kill this one and then kill this one as well, probably. Actually, yeah, I don't think he's gonna kill anything like anything more than that one. the cavalry is here. Yeah, and it is as I said. But he still lost couple more villagers. I think that at the moment, that's probably the biggest difference in this game. I think is that he got in CraggHack was just focused on the side where there was nothing for a while, and then he lost stuff in the raids here, which FireFox saw when he moved his oracle to get this relic. FireFox could have focused on that side, like just focus on raids for a bit earlier. So one thing that I would recommend, which I don't think FireFox did, but the moment you get to Heroic Age, the moment you get to Heroic Age, you pre-queue this and you get it immediately. Because it makes all your future upgrades free of any favor cost, and so that way you basically don't need to have any favor to get Orichalcum Mail or to get anything else, right? So personally, I think that that's really big, and it also allows you to get like 2 more behemoths out immediately. While still having enough favor to like recast Carnivora in a fight. And what do you need on Orichalcum Mail? Well, because I think he made like a lot of samurai, right? Yeah, he has a lot of samurai. So Orichalcum Mail is really good really good for it. He was trying something. Didn't pay off. Okay, there's the palace to defend himself. But I think like right now, because of all the raids, even though CraggHack has been winning the fights, as he should, I think that because of the raids, if they are trading relatively evenly, everything else will be in favor of FireFox. Because even if they're trading like 1 for not 1 for 2, but like 1 for 1.5 or 1 for 1.25, you know, it's in favor of FireFox. But this is a cleanup. Yeah, like now even though he went for a second town center. But even if he went for a town center, like the army difference is too big, and the production buildings are exposed, so he can basically camp production buildings. And why is camping production buildings important? Well, camping production buildings is important because you just kill the units when they spawn, right? And then you won't allow FireFox to make a big enough army to do anything. Sadly, Yumi Archer was too close to the... Yumi was too close to the fortress and he died. That was kinda unlucky. Yeah, this game actually looks pretty over. FireFox actually won it, so I'm not sure how he survived this. Okay, he stole another Tengu. He's over-gathering gold. That's also a mistake. He has too much gold now. Not the resource, but he doesn't also have enough production buildings. And I think like if he just clears the production buildings, clear the houses, and then go for the siege, I think he just wins. There's nothing that FireFox can actually do here. I guess he's just taking damage from the Arcus for free. Right now. So even though they're gonna be heavy Arcus now, he has all the copper upgrades as well, which is the least you can do. You can have, you know, the copper upgrades. But looking at this, I think it is very favor of like it should be in favor of. But he's just going forward, losing units. Yeah, like he just stopped making units. You know, looking at this, like he stopped producing units, and he wasn't camping these production buildings enough. You know, like he needed to camp these production buildings and destroy them. That way, you know, FireFox wouldn't be able to mass units because he basically ran them to here. Right? He would only have these these 3 production buildings, and that would basically allow you to he needs to make more production buildings, which waste time, and he needs time to make them as well. So you would be very far ahead if you do that. Right? You wouldn't allow them to make more units like he did. Now they're somewhat close. I mean, they're not really close. It is still very in favor of Tsukuyomi. He is almost mythic age, he has larger army, he has better upgrades. But because of the difference in villagers, and because of so much army that CraggHack lost, it is actually getting pretty close. But okay, that was another bad taken fight for FireFox. I guess these guys are just looking around, dying for, but it's what it is. Destroyers, okay. It's gonna be another use of New Moon, Swampland, and Shogun. There's gonna be 2 Shoguns, and the Shoguns are really good against this composition actually. There's a lot of Arcus, but if Arcus are focusing Shogun, then they can just get sniped by the Shinobi, while the rest of the army gets killed by the Samurai and the Shogun that are spawning more Samurai. I think he also he has the Miko here that are not generating any favor, right? And if they're not generating any favor, they should at least follow the army and heal them while they're fighting. Okay, he's heroizing the destroyers. He sees them now and he's going there to stop them. If he loses all these destroyers, which he might, that's gonna be a really big hit. Yeah, there it is. All the hero destroyers killed. That's a very big hit for. Okay, that's a really good defensive use of the Swampland as well, getting a couple kills and saving this position. I think the biggest difference now is that FireFox just has the population advantage because he's on 3 town center and CraggHack is in 2 town centers and he's just getting the fortifying town center. But now he maneuvered in that way that now he has the advantage in the army because the other half of the army is not present for FireFox. Here's the Onmoraki. Okay, now he has the population to fight as well. This game is still neck and neck. I think that the problem is that he doesn't have enough food for CraggHack at the moment. He's lacking food, while FireFox has built 11 times, so he still has He still has berries if he wants to use the berries. And he has so much more wood that he can just start making more farms if he wants to. And it looks like CraggHack is just not responding to this attack. Any units. Doesn't have any units to defend it, so he might lose the town center. I think he doesn't lose the town center actually. He's gonna kill the guys, yes, but I think he will lose it to the implode. If the implode is used in this, you lose all the houses and you lose the town center. But I think don't think he will be casting implode there because there's no army. But I think he might use implode here to kill all these villagers. And then it's gonna be just so big advantage when it comes to the villager count. And now he has more army. Oh, there's another raid. Yeah, there's the implode. To kill the Oyumi, to kill these guys and the villagers. And now it's just, yeah, the economy is now just too big for FireFox. Now he's just killing everything on repeat, yeah. The raid here was also big. That should be game. Really close game by CraggHack and FireFox. So I think this was, if you're looking at fights, every single fight was in favor of CraggHack. He won every single fight. This fight here, he won. Like this fight here, he won. He won every single fight that was taking place in this game, until the last fight of the game, which ended the game. He won every single fight. So what did go wrong for CraggHack, and what did go right for FireFox? Well, what went wrong was that FireFox, after losing the fight, sent his units to the sides where it was undefended, because for some reason CraggHack was mining on this side here when he had a perfectly fine gold mine here where his army was, or this one here, kind of further down. But if you're fighting on this position, you have your army there, you can have it there, right? And you won't be worried about being exposed to raids, which ended up being thing that I think won FireFox the game, is getting those raids on the gold mine here, and the raid while CraggHack was trying to hold this position. He got a really nice raid off, killed a couple villagers here as well. Killed a couple villagers here. I think if you look at the timeline and civilian units, yeah, as we can see, he lost units here, he lost units here, villagers here, villagers here, and he was losing villagers basically throughout the whole game. I mean, looking even before this, I mean, he was losing villagers, and that's what allowed FireFox to have the, you know, to have the, not to have the lead. He didn't have the lead until the last fight only, but it allowed him to build the economic advantage. And then, even though he was losing the fights, because Crag couldn't take the final step to winning the game, I think like the mistake was not destroying these buildings, or destroying these 3 buildings and camping them, so that any unit gets made from them is basically dead. So you would force your opponent to make more buildings quicker, right? And of course, you losing that Oyumi to the palace was a really big blow. If you had that Oyumi, if the Oyumi stayed alive, he could have started sieging this much earlier. And he also stopped making units. I think the right choice would have been committing to Heroic Age after he won that big fight here. After he won it, basically just make more Oyumi, you make more horse archers, and you make some shinobi, and you basically commit to fighting this position, you know, like killing this position, killing any units that get made from this position here, and then you basically, after that, is when you go in and attack this position when you're already like at full population, and of course you switch your whole army to this position, your villagers to this position, so you don't lose them on this gold mine here, like he did. Basically, you can go like here and here, and you commit here, make farms if you need food, and you mine gold from these gold mines here, that where you have your own palace and everything, and then you go from that position, you know, to sieging this, and then going down further into the base. I think that would have won him the game if he did that, but FireFox managed to stay calm even after losing every single fight of the game. Like, that's one fight lost, second fight lost, it's like a small skirmish loss, but doesn't matter. Third big fight lost, which should have been the game over for FireFox. Like, this is where CraggHack needed to have enough siege to have, you know, just like commit to taking the fight and ending the game basically, instead of allowing. For example, he had horse production buildings, and the problem was that FireFox is just making Arcus, right? So what do you need to deal with Arcus? You basically need to have Naginata riders. He had two stables, right? He had stables, you can make Naginata riders. You have the dojo, you can make ninja. And the ninja, the samurai, the ninja are also good at killing buildings. So it's two things, you know, two birds with one stone. You are dealing with both things easily, which are basically saving you. You can kill the town centers, you can kill the watchtowers. It gives you more siege, and it gives you an answer to the Arcus. Just making, like, from this you make a ninja, from this you make horse archers, from not horse archers but horses, the Naginata riders, and from this you make Oyumi, and that's it. That's all that you needed to make after you saw this position. And while you're massing your army to full population, you are camping this position here and killing these buildings from here to here. That way, if he makes any units, they need to go through your army and die. If he makes them from these buildings, that way you're keeping the opponent's army as low as possible while you're rebuilding your army. I mean, not rebuilding your army, but going to the full population to deal the final blow. And you would force him to make more production buildings himself, and then he would be getting everything later. And then when you get like a couple units, you just go in and end the game. I think the game would have been over if CraggHack just did that after winning all these fights. But props to FireFox for staying calm and managing to find the raids that gave him the economic advantage to just keep rebuilding army, you know, after he lost them time and time again. That's it for me, and see you guys soon.